Have you ever been to Judea? Well, consider this an invitation, because I could try to describe it to you in words, but it'd just be impossible. The Judean mountains in eastern Gush Etzion were abandoned and lost for 2,000 years. They were undeveloped and inaccessible even after the Jewish return to the land of Israel.
The situation in Judea and Samaria is not simple. This year alone, it's estimated that the state of Israel lost 60,000 dunams of state land to Arab encroachment, illegal building, and theft.
The Arugot farm was created originally to serve as a shield, as a bridge between the small Jewish villages in the area, while guarding and preserving Israel's state land that sprawls from the Judean mountains all the way to the Dead Sea.
3.5 years ago, I moved here with my wife and 6 children to establish the Arugot farm at the edge of Jewish settlement in Judea, and we wanted to do our part. The challenges here have been overwhelming at times. As if settling the mountains at the edge of the desert wasn't hard enough, we've been threatened, robbed, attacked, protested against, smeared in the media. We've been falsely sued in Israel's Supreme Court that thrust us into legal battles and lawyer fees.
So for the first year here, we were pretty much living on this mountain alone. No neighbors, no security, no toilets. Our house was powered by an extension cord. Jeremy barely slept at night for the first few months. He was up the whole night guarding our home. We could never leave. Shabbat, holidays, it was 24/7, no breaks. We didn't know what the move exactly would do to our children. What would it do to our marriage? Financially, would we make it? Emotionally, were we gonna make it? And it was hard and it was scary, but we're still here and we're still building.
My family and I have been living in Ibei Nachal for almost 6 years. I can say clearly that the Arugot farm has absolutely shifted the dynamics on the ground here. The community here was stuck inside the fence, and seeing the Arugot farm and what Jeremy and Ari do with their flocks and their agriculture really empowers us. They've brought tourism, agriculture, and a new life to the mountains.
After arriving here, I realized that our presence in these mountains has nothing to do with strategy or security or politics. This is about a love story between a people and a land, between the nation of Israel and the land of Israel. Now that we're back in the land of our fathers, we can finally assume our role as being a light unto the nations.
You read our most precious scriptures written thousands of years ago in the desolate mountains abandoned in Judea, south of Jerusalem. Coming out here and seeing what we're doing, you can't help but feel Jewish destiny here.
When people experience this place, when they encounter these mountains, when they see a generation of indigenous Judean children harvesting grapes, making olive oil, tending to sheep, just as our ancestors did centuries ago in these very same hills, when they see all of that happening before their eyes, it does something to the soul that you just can't describe. You can't put it into words. You have to experience it yourself.